Welcome to Explore Vortex. Today we will talk about the untold history of Hmong, okay? Let's be real, you've probably seen those vibrant, intricate textiles. The ones that catch your eye with their vivid colors and complex patterns. They're not just pretty, they tell a story, a history woven into every thread. The ones people call Hmong, but, pronounce it wrong? Yeah, it's a common mistake. You see, the correct pronunciation is actually Hmong. It's a small but significant detail that makes a world of difference. Yeah, we're gonna set the record straight. It's Hmong, M-O-N-G. Like song, but with an M. Got it? Cool. This is more than just a name, it's an identity, a culture, a legacy that deserves to be honored and pronounced correctly. Now, those amazing fabrics, they're just the tip of the iceberg, my friend. They're a gateway into a rich cultural tapestry that spans centuries. Each piece of fabric, each stitch is a testament to the Hmong people's artistry and heritage. The Hmong people, originally from the highlands of Southeast Asia, have a history richer than a pot of grandma's pho, and trust me, that's saying something. Their journey is one of resilience, adaptation, and an unbreakable connection to their roots. We're talking centuries of tradition, resilience, and yes, some seriously wild stories. From ancient legends passed down through generations to the vibrant festivals that bring their communities together, the Hmong culture is a living, breathing entity. Buckle up, Buttercup, because we're about to dive deep into a world you never knew existed. A world where every mountain, every river, and every village has a story to tell. A world that's as rich in history as it is in natural beauty. Get ready to have your mind blown. We're going to explore the traditions, the struggles, and the triumphs of the Hmong people. From their unique language and customs to their incredible resilience in the face of adversity, there's so much to discover. So sit back, relax, and let's embark on this journey together. You're about to see the Hmong people in a whole new light. The Hmong community is not just about preserving the past, it's about living it every day. Their traditions are not relics of a bygone era, but vibrant practices that continue to shape their daily lives. Whether it's through their music, their dance, or their cuisine, the Hmong people keep their heritage alive and thriving. Music and dance are integral parts of Hmong culture. The melodies played on traditional instruments and the intricate dance steps are more than just performances. They are expressions of identity and community. Each note, each movement is a link to their ancestors and a gift to future generations. And let's not forget their incredible craftsmanship. From textiles to jewelry, the Hmong artisans pour their heart and soul into their work. These crafts are not just beautiful, they are embodiments of their history and their spirit. Every piece tells a story, every design has a meaning. So as we unveil the Hmong people, remember that we're not just looking at a culture, we're experiencing a living, breathing legacy. A legacy that has survived against all odds and continues to thrive. This is the story of the Hmong people, and it's a story worth telling. Stay tuned because this is just the beginning. There's so much more to uncover, so many more stories to tell. Welcome to the world of the Hmong people. Let's dive in. Now, the Hmong people, they weren't big on writing things down. Seriously, their history? Passed down through generations like a treasured family recipe shared around the hearth. Except instead of sugar and spice, it's filled with epic tales of migration, wars, and spirits that could make your hair stand on end. Imagine this: misty mountains, hidden villages, shamans talking to the spirit world, seeking guidance. It's like something out of an Indiana Jones movie, but way cooler because it's real and deeply rooted in tradition. For centuries, these mountains were their fortress, protecting their unique culture and traditions from the outside world. But like any good story, things were about to get very interesting.
Okay, so picture this. It's the 70s, the Vietnam War is raging, and my grandma, bless her heart, is stuck right in the middle of it all in Laos. She was just a young woman back then, trying to make sense of a world that seemed to be falling apart. The war wasn't just something happening on the news, it was right there, in her backyard, affecting every aspect of her life. See, the Hmong people, they got caught in the crossfire, fighting alongside the Americans. They were promised protection and a better future, but those promises often fell short. My grandma would tell me stories of the brave Hmong soldiers who fought valiantly, hoping to secure a safer life for their families. And what did they get for their bravery? Forced displacement, refugee camps, and a one-way ticket to a whole new world. Imagine leaving everything you know behind, your home, your friends, your way of life, and being thrust into an unfamiliar land. The refugee camps were overcrowded and under-resourced, a far cry from the life they had known. Grandma always said it was like stepping onto another planet. The language was different, the food was different, even the way people dressed and interacted was foreign. It was a lot to take in, especially for someone who had lived her entire life in the mountains of Laos. No more familiar mountains, no more rice paddies, just concrete jungles and strange new customs. Talk about culture shock. The transition was tough, but the Hmong people are resilient. They adapted, they learned, and they found ways to make this new world feel a little more like home. But even with everything they lost, they held on to their stories, their traditions, and yeah, maybe a few opium pipes for good measure. These traditions were a link to their past, a way to remember where they came from and who they were. Storytelling became a vital part of their community, a way to pass down history and keep their culture alive. Hey, don't judge. Grandma earned her relaxation techniques. After everything she went through, a little opium was her way of finding peace. It was a part of their culture, a small comfort in a world that had changed so drastically. She would sit with her pipe, reminiscing about the old days, sharing stories with us grandkids, and teaching us about our heritage. Those moments were precious, a blend of the old world and the new, a testament to the strength and resilience of the Hmong people.
Now let's talk about something that'll make your inner skeptic raise an eyebrow: shamanism. This ancient practice, deeply rooted in the traditions of the Hmong people, is a fascinating blend of spirituality, medicine, and community wisdom. It's a world where the lines between the physical and the spiritual blur, creating a unique tapestry of beliefs and practices. Yeah, you heard that right. Shamanism isn't just some old, forgotten practice. It's alive and well, thriving in the heart of Hmong culture. Imagine a place where the unseen world is just as important as the one we can touch and see. That's the Hmong world for you. In the Hmong world, spirits are as real as the phone in your hand. They believe that spirits inhabit everything around us: the trees, the rivers, the mountains, and even the air we breathe. These spirits can influence our lives in profound ways, for better or for worse. And the shaman? He's like the OG therapist, spiritual advisor, and medical consultant all rolled into one. The shaman is a revered figure, someone who has the knowledge and power to communicate with the spirit world. He acts as a bridge between the physical and spiritual realms, offering guidance, healing, and wisdom to those in need. Got a cold? Shaman's got herbs for that. The shaman's knowledge of herbal medicine is extensive, passed down through generations. He knows which plants can cure ailments, which ones can ward off evil spirits, and which ones can bring good luck. Lost your soul because you walked under a ladder on a Tuesday? In the Hmong belief system, certain actions can disturb the balance between the physical and spiritual worlds, causing one's soul to become lost or trapped. But don't worry, shaman will call it back, no problem. Through intricate rituals and ceremonies, the shaman can retrieve lost souls, restore balance, and bring peace to the troubled. It's a process that requires deep concentration, spiritual tools, and a profound connection to the spirit world. It's a whole belief system that'll make you question everything you thought you knew about the world. The Hmong people see the world through a different lens, one that values harmony, respect for nature, and the interconnectedness of all things. It's a perspective that challenges our modern materialistic worldview. Now, I'm not saying you gotta believe in it, but understanding and respecting these beliefs can open your mind to new possibilities. It can teach us to appreciate the richness of human culture and the diversity of thought that exists in our world. But hey, it's always good to keep an open mind, right? After all, there's so much we don't know about the universe. Who's to say that the Hmong people don't have it right? Maybe there's more to life than what we can see and touch. You never know when you might need a good soul calling. In a world that's increasingly disconnected and fast-paced, perhaps we could all benefit from a little bit of the Hmong wisdom. So next time you feel lost or out of balance, remember the shaman and his ancient practices. They might just have the answer you're looking for.